Hello, hello, hello. Zavrax, aka Robert, back? Nope, we're not logging out. Ready to continue on with this MSQ. A chance to relax at last. I know you're in your depth. I know you're out of your depth, Zav. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle, and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word, and a people could die. It takes someone with a cool head. I'll be the first to admit that it's not me. So we're left with the eternal question: what to do while they prattle on. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear... No, I don't. I do not give a shit about doing a tour. Zavrex, a moment if you would. Ah, Yagori and Ashashi, was it? You have some business with Zavrex? Business? No, pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Ah, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the man who would do battle with our common enemy. At least you forget. This is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank him for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile econ. Now, if I may continue as I speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Yurguri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. You don't trust the ninja? The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? It would be my pleasure. Since this is the only way to fast forward the MSQ. In this case, I would join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yanzi. Might we start at the town of Mozen? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. Like, look how little he is. And that huge-ass sword he's carrying. It's ridiculous. Oh, God. Okay, I do not want to fly over. I need to figure out how to get the freak to the docks. Alright, here we go. Hey, it's Sugar! Oh my god, what does she have now? Jesus Christ. I can't save any time by skipping corners. Yes, take me across. Thank you. Son of a bitch, he's all the way up there. Nah, can you truly be Mozen, home to the cream of Doma Samurai? I had heard that Yatsuyo intended to send some few of our Ottoman here, but only by the way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incite the people and spur them to rise up and protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies of support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course, if you would have better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. It is a travesty, a travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we rebuild with it one day, when we have finished helping our people rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true populace. The needs of the people must, of course, come to first. Did the prisoners die of old age while you were fighting Tony the Tiger? I don't think so. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Nami is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you will follow me, it will be... I will ready our boat. How you doing, Maisie? Ready to cast off? For duty.
Get back! I'm warning you!
What the hell?
Someone's in trouble.
Nah, might be a trap.
Are you all right? Hi.
What do they want with you?
You, Giddy. And you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
This seems like he could have set this up.
It is nothing.
Hey, Eva, how's it going?
Leave this to me.
Oh, no.
An opening.
Jesus Christ, nothing?
The art of my forebears.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you today, where the quest. Well, no, I mean, like, it probably will be once you finish. I
think the same. Whew.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Conveniently.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Eorzea. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
Right. Kids over here spitting hot truth.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
Oh, it's laying down some big beef and cheddar. And it's hard to swallow. I had hoped to convey my views of our nation's shared hopes under more peaceful circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action. And few Imperial soldiers can say that, at least few who lived to tell the tale. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it is time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord? But what of Namu? You seem so eager to observe the villagers, going about their daily lives. To be frank, I still am, but I'd rather but I rather doubt the good people of Nami would take kindly to the sight of a man in imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however, thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. And with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may have well overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I will remain without and keep watch over the guest. Well, he had best not keep him waiting. Yes. This MSQ ain't gonna finish itself. Come on. Welcome back, my friend. Yogori tells me you accompanied her and Ashi on the tour of Zhang Yanzi. I had hoped you might take an opportunity to recover from your excursions at Sakasuki. But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords Yogori a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details, so please tell us what all unfolded. The Red Kojin here. Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I am aware of. If they are planning some new adventure here in Yanzi, we will need to increase patrols. Hello, Red Ranger. In any event, I am indebted for you fighting them off, but tell me, and don't be modest, was Ashi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when he first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of this, of the ambassador? Oh, how I would love to believe that. An ally within the Empire could change everything. It could give us a real chance at peace. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to play his game, for now at least. Well, for swearing, summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place, which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to please the Red Kojin. It was with the very question in mind that I sought Alpha Node's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the econs and the ritual used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. You don't actually believe what you said, Zev. I kind of do. I mean, if I think everyone's out to kill me, it's hard to play the game. I gotta hope he's on the up and up. As you recall, Susanna was summoned for using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin treasury vault on the Isle of Ziki. Though said relics remain there to this day, it is all but certain that an act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the primal's return rests on denying Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of ether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends, the Blue Kojin. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunchin and its people, and with their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon Susano. And what are the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed. Oh, I have no doubt. Hey, Gray. All Lalafels are evil. And it will give full credit to Ashi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught that we can do to help the populace garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what manner of business? A past mistake which I see to put right. One which has weighed heavy on my mind. You must knock 3 times to say, "What a lovely tea party."
I had her brought here in secret while the 3 of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river.
Oh, God.
Yet here you are. The living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Garleans shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gorsetsu not seem strange to you?
Almost empty. Okay.
His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future.
Hey, Lucky.
One in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
You ready for your medicine?
Yeah.
You want a yoo-hoo?
I have. Yeah.
Okay.
So what you?
You want white yoo-hoo or yellow?
Yellow?
I think it's my mom's desk.
Oh wait, I had a last.
Oh, you had it last night?
No, I had a last. I had the last one.
Okay. Okay, so then white it is?
Mommy, just took my medicine.
No, you're not. You're not gonna put your dirty medicine lips on my.
How the frick you? How?
Hey.
Would you like a juice box?
Yes.
Oh, isn't his apple juice still in the fridge?
No, he had it with his breakfast this morning. I might have put it back. Let me check.
No, I feel tired.
You feel tired?
No, I said not.
Oh, it's okay. Here.
I'm not tired.
I love you so much.
I love you so much too.
Oh. So, what do you think? Think we should go to Disneyland?
No,
Or you want to go to Disney World?
I do not want to go to either.
Mickey's so sad to hear that.
Oh my god, no! Why was that name? That's my flipping worst nightmare!
Mickey's your worst nightmare?
Yes!
When? You just told me Mickey's his worst nightmare.
Why?
I don't know.
Why are you asking about me?
I said, hey, tomorrow you want to go to Disneyland? And he was like, no. I was like, why not? All right, buddy.
Well, then I can stay up tonight.
Wow, he's got that all worked out, huh? Looky Duke.
Oh, honey, please, get off my bed.
Looky. Your nighttime pills.
I'm sorry, I have to go potty.
Okay. Well, then you'll take when we get back. All right, Lord Healing, let's get this going. No. No. Cat. Oh, what do we got here? We got maiming, striking, and orchestral. Okay. Well, if Yatsuo safely in Go Setsu's care.
Let's go.
Better be careful. Mom's in there singing Blues Clues. You better stop her. Good night, buddy. All that remains is to answer Ashi's proposal. I realize only matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a little while longer to see the business through.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners.
What?
Assuming
No,
you accept our conditions, of course.
Holy Jesus.
As you know, your sister is in our care.
Love you.
Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your
Is
custody.
that yours? There we go.
No, it was on my desk.
Oh, it's not mine. I don't know who it
Is
is.
that the Lego person?
Yeah.
It's the one that got brought in from the car that you asked me to bring in.
Oh,
Remember?
okay.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
Why
And
is
if
it
not,
saying it's too soon
what
when
exactly?
we're giving the prescribed
You will
amount?
accommodate her here in Doma?
I don't know.
Because it says it's not refillable because it's too soon. So stupid. Here.
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango. How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Yeah, I mean, it's still stuff.
Crap, sorry. I am so sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. As part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that. But alas, as it is as you say.
Or what?
Su'u, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all?
I
I know.
I wasn't thinking and I started. You have to go to the heart of the forest? Then?
I am a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care.
Oh,
As you wish. Now, if you'll excuse me, my superiors a long overdue report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement. Of that, I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I've obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yanxi.
Like what I did last.
This will take time, of course. Of course. You may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until you return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their econ. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I am informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing two young domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there's no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blade of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgression, those children would not have needed saving. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all out of my power to spare them further pain. Be it at the hands of the Kojin, or indeed the Empire. I pray the Empire will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Until we meet again. Gosetsu as before, I leave Yatsuo to you.
Yeah.
I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Ashi to a proper farewell.
We're now 51. Right? We're not there yet.
Oh, sure.
That's
You
right,
just
I
couldn't
mean-
walk me outside like everybody
That
else?
was
No
the
problem.
request, I started 52.
The ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Flumis. Let us be off.
But then, yeah.
So you couldn't take me outside, but you could take me across the map.
I wish you a safe journey.
Oh, thank God, voice acting.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
Oh, why do I feel like something bad's about to go down? Why is he looking off to the side?
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy. What in the...
Oh. Oh. Oh, shit just got real.
Reinforcements? No, just one! Cut him down!
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the crown bloody prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos. Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me. Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire. My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
Someone's mad, bro. Oh, really?
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Of all the memories to witness.
Yeah.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos.
No, god damn it. Keep pushing the wrong button.
My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugidi. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
Man, that is the only benefit of these bright ass scenes. Is I can see dirty spots on my monitor that have been bugging me since A Realm Reborn.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange? If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, it is possible emotion simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the man who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance, and the Garlean prisoners made ready for the exchange. But you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or help usher in a lasting peace. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it would be best if we remain in Kugani. Agreed. Between Yatsuo's amnesia and Ashasha's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that, you have my word. Charting a path through the Isle of Troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attend the feat alone. To Kugani, then. Tataru and the others must know of what transpired here. I hate that town. Kugani's the worst. Oh. How much more do I have to go? I mean, it's already 9 o'clock. Am I gonna finish this all tonight? Why am I running there? Sephiroth! Oh, Momo. Sephiroth! Oh, Momo. And I take it 4.2 is the final thing of this expansion? Hey, yeah. I want to go inside your stupid door. It seems you're all quite in the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you'll be the first to know of it. Yes, of course, we're pursuing a number of ventures to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. About that, I wish to apologize, Sarah. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without the first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, but it won't come to that. If Soraban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Zavrak should have no difficulty wiping the red out of the ledger. Forgive me, Zavrax. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the vision forming within the Empire. Mayhap Rael and his associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, why'd that music stop? Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlean, the better our chances of predicting the Empire's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do with Ashi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Hien had the right of it. Ashi may very well be a monster, but he must play his game for now. Arranging a prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord. We'll be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty. Who are you?
That kind of went up my nose. That's very not feeling good.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
Welcome back, Xenos.
Like that was...
Okay.
That makes
Oh, Zavrex. Impeccable timing. We just received a letter from Lord Hien. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kujin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the butt, thereby satisfying the conditions for the peace set down by the ambassador. Meow 21. For the Garlean's part, the Populars have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yanzi. It would seem the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share the view that you should be on hand at the critical juncture. According to the letter, Yatsurue's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her menial state, however slight, it would be better if Ashi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straight way for the Enclave, then Lord Hien will be waiting. I trust you will cope in our absence. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. Okay, 21 quests. 21 quests to go. And then this expansion will be over. And I'll never come back here again. Yeah. Excuse me, I'm gonna park this motorcycle right on your feet. Don't say that kind of shit to me. Yes, show me in, dumbass. What, Shadowbringers? Ah, I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange. There were one other matter I neglected to mention. It concerns Gosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse than wear. And despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Is he dead? Good gods, is he alright? Confined to a bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly, which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think it's high time to receive some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yatsu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We will visit him at once. Remember, knock 3 times to say, "My, what a lovely tea party."
Right now.
Please, Tsuyu. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself.
Look at him all try to be tough now.
I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
A persimmon?
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
No, I do not want to rebuild the Dome Enclave. Not after I had to answer all their stupid questions.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... a gross exaggeration. A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Oh.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you this is not.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink. What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
Oh, I knew they were bullet holes.
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him dotting grandsire and her a model grandchild. Indeed, had someone told me a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I'm relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spirit. But what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him, you couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man, with the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. Ah, he has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant he was, his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains he will never again be the warrior he once was. He has given his all for his liege and land, and we will ask no more. And what of his nurse? If Yosetsu is feigning that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Yori, out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince, so what makes you so sure? I have been spying on Yuzetsu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. But her mask has never slipped, not once. She has remained in character from the first. One evening I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She had taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there on the tatame, a child's game. Even the weariest shinobi would not do such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. Well, that's good enough for me, and everyone else, I would hazard. Ah, the matter is settled. We'll become Tsuyu and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, we need to present her to the ambassador one last time to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of her returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably, she as good as fastened the chains around their necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude the business with Zuno first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. My thanks. The Garleans are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet you at the docks with Suyu. Yes. You know what I was thinking? I would love to go to the docks. Okay. So, I mean, just that alone felt like... Let's see. You said there was... ...21 quests left in total. That felt like 7. So, we should be good. Shall we wait here then? Lord Heen should not be long. My friends, have you seen Suhu? She's nowhere to be found. What? But the Garleans will be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yugori is scouring the streets as we speak, but it's possible Zu has left the Enclave altogether. Captain Ward, did you perchance ferry a fair-skinned woman across the river? A fair-skinned woman, my lord? I do not really know. I think... Yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I do recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as the new fallen snow it was. Was she someone important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Wrong? No. I'm merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. It would seem that Sui has crossed the river. Cammy, help me. No good can come of this. It seems Sue has gone unrecognized thus far, but can we help us if someone catches a clear view of her face? We must find her before that happens. The responsibility of her disappearances for all this lies with me, but I would ask your aid nonetheless. We are at your service, Lord Heen. Now as before, let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let Yugori know that we've learned. I'll join you on the other side. We have no way of knowing where Sumi's headed, so we had best divide our forces. I will take Kasukari and its surroundings. Alphanode, if you take the road to Castrum Flunis. Zabrex, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yusuku Manor? One of Namazu may have very well been our quarry. If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff and hope the Kami smile upon our efforts. Alright, so that's like 14 quests out of the way. We're doing good. We're making excellent time. Where the F am I going? Oh. The fish people. Okay. You, future supper. Come here. Yeah, but the side quests are more fun. Welcome. Oh, shut up. Is there anything you care to know? I've seen no such traveler, I swear. Sorry to say. Most sorry, scaly skinned Namazu. On the other hand, I'd have an abundance. Okay, yeah. Who gives a shit about your scaly? Tomorrow supper, what do you got? Yes, I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. She had just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed into a northeasterly direction. For the most part, her steps did seem certain. If you hurry, you might catch her. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
Very useful. Okay, alright. What's very exciting?
I logged in and I took my grade and I got all my grades for the last week we're in, and I got all my homework, like getting out of 80s.
Nice, really?
Yeah.
Listen. Everything starts to blur together. This is the game we're playing? Okay.
What? Did you say something to me?
Oh, no, I'm trying to track somebody down.
Oh, I was like, wait.
And they're having me go from destination to destination. Yeah. And of course, you have to get off your mount every single time you want to do something. Okay.
No, I don't do that. Oh, that feeling when you trigger.
Before you ask, our search of... nobody cares what your search found. Mistress Alexander has gone to assist her brother at Castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Ian shortly after. How'd you fare? Any sign of a missing guest?
I hate speaker notes.
Blah, 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 blah. Towards Nami. By the kami, if the villagers recognize her, it will be the end of well. You must hurry. You and I will check the patties. The village square is yours. Sure. I will go right into the heart of the viper's nest.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
What did I... What did I do?
As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsugu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies! My lord, she would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you!
Oh, this little girl. She's gonna do it. She's gonna forgive her.
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands, and suffer her to live, for now.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
This damn game. Oh, damn it. That would have gone better avoided, but at least it did not end in bloodshed. And judging by Suwu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escaped attempt. Nay, it seems that it was an offhand request of Getsu which brought her to Nami. She came in search of a persimmon. And they say fruit is good for your health. I do hope Getsu finds the taste to his liking. Well, we have certainly taken the long way around, but let us continue to catch and inform him our meeting with the ambassador. Alpha Node and Alizé should still be there conducting their search. Okay. Like 20 quests down, we're good to go. Was it 56? Wow. I am flying through them tonight. Starting to pick up. I like it. Oh, I should almost be done with this. Seems our Imperial guests have already arrived. It's time to meet with the ambassador. Let's do this. No. Oh, look. It's Little Red Stupid.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
I should just walk up and shake his hand.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look well.
Oh my god, this little bastard.
Of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
Gossets. I have to take this to Gossets.
I would do it too, like, I'm like running on the road, like, why is it not? It's all weird. And I like jump a little bit.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient.
Just fly to get. So yes, you must have to go find one.
Oh.
You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma.
I might.
Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
Really, like you said earlier, you kind of have that all night.
We continue with the exchange as planned, then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captive.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
I knew better than to trust Tashi, but that was a dirty trick. Still unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Susan's future to rest. I've sent her back to the Enclave of Yugori to get Zetsu his precious persimmon. Come, let us follow them. You have that look. What is it? Nothing of consequence. Most likely we can discuss it on our return. You know what I could go for right now?
What?
Snickers bar.
You want this white one?
Jesus Christ, will you stop offering me that white one? You know I want it, but I don't want it.
Well, how about I take a bite of it and we try it together?
Alright.
Right. Oh, you will be right.
We should pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him that Suni's fate. We will want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her. Oh.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
You're like, Gosetsu, are you dressed? Or is that here? That's okay. I'm sorry, it looked weird. What did you think? No?
I'm not a white chocolate fan, though. Like, I think the only white chocolate I like is on the peanut butter cup. Do you not take your plate way into the bedroom?
I noticed it's not as thick as a Snickers bar.
It's gross.
It is gross.
I'm gonna throw it away, or are you desperate for Snickers bar and you're gonna eat it?
I'll eat it.
Okay, you do that.
But it's gross.
It is gross.
I'm so glad they're voice acting this.
My lord, come in, come in. When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
Oh, you don't want to know.
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
You like
God, so
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
Yes. How about I take a bite out of it and the rest of it? Because he wanted to try it, but he didn't want to take it.
I like this acai less and less.
Technically, I bought it because I wanted the white one. But I wanted to try it, so yes, so I instinctively said I'm taking a bite out of it. And it was
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
Oh my God, so nasty.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention.
It is so
I'm drinking this yoo-hoo to try to get rid of the taste in my mouth.
Well, you might as well, because I guess he doesn't like them. He lied about it.
God damn it, I would rather have the cookies and cream.
Well, I didn't know he wasn't going to like vanilla. My bee.
I assume you all
You did
noticed
like
the
the
rather
white
suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Because he was like, what? But I said that I thought they were nasty. In case you cared.
Out with it, brother. You
Sure.
fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
I would never get it again. That's for darn skipping stroke.
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
Great to see new players playing the game. While Shadowbringers isn't my favorite expansion, it's not bad. Better than a white chocolate sticker. Oh my God, bro.
Wait, what was that?
You're right. Stormblood is way better than a white chocolate sticker. Oh. Tears in my eyes from how nasty it is. I don't even know how I'm gonna sleep tonight. I might have to go to a convenience store and buy a chocolate one. Buy a real one.
Oh, oh, the fact that my husband's over is still whining about the Snickers bar, thinking that he might have to actually leave the house and go into the store to buy the real one because it was so gross.
I can't get the taste out of my mouth.
He's crying about it like a baby.
Oh my God.
Moved on.
It's not helping. You only ate a little bit. I ate the whole rest of the thing.
That was stupid on your part.
You're right. I should have thrown it away.
You should have.
Oh my God.
My lord! But the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone.
Oh, Jesus Christ. She's gone again?
Like, you kind of did it to yourself.
Gone?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
It's like I burp it up and it comes back.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell.
There you go, chat. Don't ever buy this. Oh.
Oh. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties.
Oh my God.
Might I call upon your assistance?
Who else are you gonna call upon? Who found her last time? I'm part bloodhound.
I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't even realize. My bad.
Oh. Like, I might not even be able to eat a white chocolate peanut butter one.
What?
The Reese's peanut butter cups. I might not even be able to eat white chocolate anymore. It is. Oh my God. What the hell? Did she kill him? Wait.
Help! Help me!
Up here, or is it below?
How did they get to the Enclave?
Oh, except no, it's
If
showing that
only
it's
I hadn't
up.
remembered.
Or somewhere, yeah.
He should hate me. But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
I've had Snickers before, but the white chocolate.
I guess.
Who's there?
I mean, I'm making it.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu. A font of misery.
Oh, they're still going on.
You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure. We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
Wow.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament. You've kept your looks, at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugane and start a new business.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was.
My son.
How it was meant to be.
I don't know.
Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask. Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation.
Oh.
But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Whoa!
With you!
That's me.
Yes.
Oh, he called me old instead of
Yotsuyu!
What? Fuck himself, is that okay? Call him old?
I'm trying to run a kids channel over here, woman.
What?
I'm trying to run a kids channel.
You are not. You're hilarious.
As a woman just stabs her parents to death on my screen.
Right? I mean, like, jeez.
Well, granted, they're step parents, but don't lick the blade. Don't do it. That will be too much.
Of course not.
Well done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed. But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
Please. I don't want to die.
You deserve to die. Good. You piece of crap.
Any sign of her? What happened here?
Did you find all your clues?
She got her memories back. She stabbed them each, and she left with her brother.
What would happen if she recovered? And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother? Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives. But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
We've recovered the nearest remains, and we'll hold this cremation anon. Would that they had never again set foot in Doma. I broke the news to Gusetsu myself. He was quiet. I think it best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. What the hell is this stuff?
What's the matter, baby?
So, my friends, that which we feared has come to pass. Yatsuyu has regained her memories and returned to the Imperial fold. Alright, this is the first hype thing that happened in the last 3 hours. It is by any measure a cruel twist, not least for Gosetsu, but one which does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of our contract, we were bound to surrender Yatsu into the Garlean's hands should her condition improve prior to the hour of the exchange. By that reckoning, all is, if not as it should be, then it all must be. This I can accept. But what I cannot accept are the inconspicuous lengths to which Ashai went to achieve this outcome. Given his recent conduct and its apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain he cannot be trusted, and that is to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our meetings. Whatever the ambassador is planning, I think it unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In the event of hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. As such, I would have an escape route in place before the meeting begins. I swear to God, if all the dead bodies of the prisoners of war are in those crates, this game is going to be very, very dark. A wise precaution: if the main structure of Castrum Fallen is to be staged for the exchange, then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. The Citadel has stayed empty ever since the Imperials' withdrawal. While we took steps to ensure that it could not be defended by an occupying force, it is highly possible that the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I will slip inside and make certain we have an unobscured exit. Pray allow me to join you. I have some experience in Imperial facilities, and should matters take a turn for the worse, I would hope to be of at least some use. Very good. This should be enough to guarantee us a way out of the Castrum. Beyond that, however, we will need a ship to ferry the conscripts back to the Enclave, even with every skiff we have, it would take several trips to evacuate everyone. A Confederate Sekabun, on the other hand, would only require a single run, and leave us far less vulnerable to the waters, assuming, of course, Rashu can be convinced to part with one. Might I take the lead on this one? I've had dealings with Rashu and his pirates before, and I won't be alone, will I, Zavrax? You can count me on. Stop pointing to yourself like an idiot. Much appreciated. I just liked it better when you know. Wow, bless you.
Excuse me, thank you.
I quite fancy parlaying with pirates again. Just a shame Lise won't be there to reprise her role. You killed my superhero, so I killed 30 citizens and my own parents. I mean... it's, sounds legit. My lord, the ruler of Doma should not be seen consorting with common brigadiers. Come now, Yuri. They stood with us against the Empire. If we would ask their aid once more, I must treat them with equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Indeed, my lord, pray forgive my presumption, but by your leave, Master Alfie and I shall be at our task. He didn't give you leave. He's like, is that lady just walking away from me like she don't give no fucks? Yep. She just left. I didn't even give her permission. And we should be on our way to on Okoro. Time is short and Rashu must take some convincing. It's like this is the last quest of 4.5. Oh. I do, actually. How is that possible? We've done like over 100 quests. Now there's a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble lord of Doma into the company of bilge rats such as we? If you come to offer Doman chains in place of Garlean ones, then I'm afraid you wasted a trip. That would find subjects you would make. With the fleet at our disposal, our restoration efforts would be hastened tenfold. But let us speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. Mayhap you are confused. Doma's liberation was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Now we have no such incentive. We have sworn no oath to you, and will not come running like hounds at the master's whistle. And I would not presume to treat you as thus. I come to petition your cooperation as an ally of equal standing. Equal standing, you say, seems a bit lopsided to me. Where's the profit for us in all of this? Profit, you must always think in such short-sighted terms. Have you ever heard of doing the right thing? Have you ever heard of pirates, little miss? You'll find we're simple souls.
I was listening to her.
You pay our tithe, you sail in peace, deny us our due, and we take it by force. We'll pull you out of the water if you see you drowning, but we are not in the business of doing something for nothing. Calm yourself, Mistress Alazane. We did not come here to moralize. We came here to talk, and there is more to be said. According to our records recovered after liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among the conscripts into the Imperial Army. And as you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? You seem well informed of our affairs, Lord Hien. The losses we suffered at the Garlean's hands were no secret, but since we drove them out of Doma, the Ruby Sea has come alive with traders and travelers. So many vessels to tax, so few pirates to tax them. Shit, did I accidentally hit the button twice? No. We could do with some more hands on deck, and undoubtedly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. Very well, the Confederacy agrees to your request. You will have your ship. But before that, you must do something for me. The vessel I have in mind was damaged during the battle with the Empire. Though we have mended her, she has yet to declare seaworthy. She is sound enough down below, but when you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, those upper planks had best be free of cracks. Assuming you want your people to stay dry, you will do me the favor of swimming around the hull to check for weaknesses, that is, if Doman Lords are not averse to getting their robes wet. Not this Doman Lord. If we each inspect a third of the ship, it shall be done in twice. That is the spirit. The ship is marooned at Quickscape Pier. Our apprentice shipwright will be on deck to hear your report. Look for a lad named Ihanashi. And I thought I had a knack for parlaying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success, and yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. Well, well. I thought the rumors exaggerated, but the young lord lives up to his reputation. Excuse me, passing through. Looks good to me, guys. We're fine here. Let's go. Who cares if the conscripts drown? Yo, you with the face. I need to talk to you. The captain said you'd be coming to inspect the hull. You haven't finished already, have you? No, a-hole, I haven't even started. Oh, okay, I see now. That's great. Why am I inspecting the hull on two different sides of the ship? That hardly seems like a third. Why are you going underwater? You get the ass back up. Come on. Stop being stupid. Get up. Come on. The Kian's right here. He could have just came over and inspected this. Hey, you with the face. Come here. I want to talk to you. I'm the shipwright, an apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? The section I inspected seems solid enough. On the port side near the bow, you say? Alright, I'll have a look and see what I can do. My apologies, I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in the gentler sea all day. Otherwise, I'm happy to report no visible cracks in the holes in my section of the hull. You're Lord Hean. The captain sent you to inspect the hull? Call me have mercy, forgive me. Forgive us for this discourtesy, my lord. Ah, it's quite alright. In fact, I rather enjoyed it. I take it you are of Doma? Yes, my lord. The Imperials took my father away right after uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. But someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. There's no leaving once you've joined. How fair is that lady? Is she seaworthy? Captain, we found a small crack in the port side, but I'll have it fixed before you know it. I see you have met the boy. Did he tell you his story? He babbles when he is nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts as he hopes, I mean to give him the choice to leave this life if he so chooses. I expect you to see that they are provided for. I have heard those who joined the Confederacy forswore all ties with kin and homeland. Is that an oath so easily put aside? If I allow it, I see in him the lad I was 25 years ago. But say the words you mean then, but the yearning for home still lingers. My family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot. But he was scarce stripped in his toes with us. If there is a life for him in Doma, he should have the chance to live it. Well said. The Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more, but be it in Yanzi or out in the Ruby Sea, we have a duty to ensure that Ishia and the others like him are free to dwell where they desire. Then this matter is settled. I will make preparations to cast off. Well, my friends, it seems we have our ship. Let us return to the Enclave. There's a crab on the boat. There's like a giant metal crab on the boat. Why is it not? Someone kick it off. Jesus, left too soon. Hey guys, it's the freaking donation basket. You, with the face. I need to get inside. $2,000, baby. What the hell is this? Oh, courier seals. How do you donate money?
I didn't even get. I watched.
Igor and Alpha completed their task before us. They have been waiting. We scouted the structure and determined that swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside of all possible haste. From here, you buy the coin sacks on the market board and then trade them in. Okay. From here, the Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us. Now we have to attend the exchange and pray that Kami these precautions were unnecessary. So how many 20,000 weeks does it take to completely upgrade it? While we were putting our contingency plan in place, I left Ikoro in charge of organizing transport for the Imperial prisoners. He will see they arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our Confederate allies. Come, they await us on the riverbank, not far from the castrum. Possibly a month? That means 4 weeks. Oh my god. Ain't nobody got time for that.
You think that that's
Oh, okay. I will check it out. Your party is assembled then? Ah, and ready for what it lies ahead, I trust. Least there be any confusion, though. The tower across the water is to be the scene of the exchange. That and whatever else Ashi has planned. But regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. Igori, you are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape and lend what support we can. Your ship awaits at the castrum loading docks. She will see you safely home. Then all stand ready to play their part. Come, let us be about it.
Oh, yeah.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion, welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Naori, widow of Sashihai, and acting Viceroy of Doma. You and your people are mine to govern, mine to punish!
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as acting Viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself.
Oh, this is where I should speak up.
Oh.
I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken.
I feel like I'm lagging. I'm close enough on my screen, and then.
This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
What has she done?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
A Dorman citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
Oh.
But Ambassador!
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
As you command.
My lord, you must fall back!
You ask me to run? Against such a foe, I would be more hindrance than help. The field is yours. We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul!
My lord.
I knew you would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours. But I am become Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty? I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail. Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Dorma. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
Special points. Anybody else want to join? One DPS left. Sorry. One tank, one healer, and 3 DPS left to go if everybody else wants to come. Red's in the party. Oh, wow, that was fast.
Oh, it's going to be a long night. Well. Your end is near.
know, I jumped off of it.
Beg for mercy.
No, it took me out to do that. I'm not.
Your death will be all the sweeter.
Damn. Shoot.
In darkness looms the spider lily. From mortal heights I rise anew. The toothless night, I shall prevail. In moonlight's chill, shine petals pale.
Like that. Jesus Christ, like that again. It took too much white moonlight.
Oh, it's going to be a long night. Whoa! Your end is near. Beg for mercy.
Okay.
Your death will be all the sweeter. In darkness blooms the spider lily. From mortal height, I rise anew. Suffused with night, I shall prevail. Beg for mercy. In moonlight's chill shine petals pale. the mercy. Whoa! The few swift night, I shall prevail!
Oh shit.
In sunless gloom, black tendrils trail. No, not yet. Not yet. I'll grind you under my heel. I'll grind you under my heel. Whoa!
Up that vulnerability at the very end. She does not get to live. Everybody else dies.
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down.
Wow, this guy is a complete and utter asshole.
My, such hostility. These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer. Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
Ha! You cannot, of course! To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
Well, I needed to put...
Oh, but I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This Dorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point.
And, oh,
It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith.
No one alive loves him more than I!
Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
Go Setsu.
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance. These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives.
where's that?
Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill. Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you. What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
There's a...
He will mourn to you, perhaps. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
Lord Xenos.
Step on this guy's balls. And crush them.
Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
Asai, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
This morning, I put food in the dish. We couldn't find her. I only put food in one dish, but because she came out from wherever she was at, they both ate all the food out of the dish. So do we need to fed again now? Like, I fed it this morning? How many times do I need to eat it?
No, we just got to feed them once a day. Just
I
as
was
long
just-
as they eat.
I figured
I
they
didn't
were looking
realize
for
they
the
fed this
mouse.
morning.
Yeah, I did it because she wouldn't leave me alone. She was under my feet, like, every step I made.
But she does love you. Wait, does my water bottle not show up on the green screen? See. I gotta watch here. I don't know if my green screen's messing up or not. Oh yeah, I guess it does kind of flicker. Okay. I'm just glad Hey, just be glad it's not green. Otherwise, you guys be wondering what the hell I was doing.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Your chosen agent.
Oh, God. I bet you he just ejaculated in his pants. Right there. Look at that look on his face. He's like,
I will not fail you, my lord.
Right after I go clean my new pants.
My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
You have prevailed, I see.
She is gone. Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Lord Hien!
No. No, there was this little stupid bug. I saw it flying around in the light. And I was like, oh, he's fine up there. And then he just, like, flew right to my eye and, like, buzzed by. Oh, it's Maxima. The Garlean? No. Yeah, the Garlean.
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now. But our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here. But it seemed to me there was more to the tale. I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
And how can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an impostor has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court? The idea is inconceivable, absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second-in-command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
I'm sorry. Wait. Hold up. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Oh, no, 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 no.
Sorry, what? What came out of your stupid mouth right now?
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk his life on countless occasions. Next to him, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield. But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind.
Oh, she's not happy.
Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
And this is where Alphino becomes a 48-hour special. I knew Ashi was planning some manner of treachery, but a summoning? Thank you, Kami, you were here. My friend, none of us would have escaped Yatsuo's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, but she still had choice. And she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. His little wonder, Gosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to this Sekabone before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet waits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. It would be a shame to miss the joyous reunion.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Ah, shit. Dude, it's just Tuesday for me. This has to be Gosetsu. Oh, no. Why is everybody looking at their shoes? 16 quests. Jesus. Can you just lie to me? Why is it like all of my quests with really good cinematics always start raining? I feel like the game's trying to tell me something. Oh, here he comes. Captain Sadpants.
Ah, there you are.
I'm wearing Yosetsu's face as a hat. Oh, he shaved his head.
Gosetsu, your hair.
My friend, what have you done?
Yeah. What's up?
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
Son of a bitch, that's my style, bro.
All of them?
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
Ah, Gosetsu, fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there's yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray join us in the Kenkan. I would thank you properly. Better be gingerbread cookies. I'm not playing no bullshit here. "19 quests left. Wait, it was 16 before. Now it's 19? Son of a bitch, what are they, having babies? Someone's got to stop these quests from having sex. Jesus. Brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that we will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks." That's how you properly thank me? Like, you don't even give me a chocolate cake? Jesus Christ, bro. Least you think me complacent, I assure you. I have not forgotten the dark cloud of the horizon, that Xenos lives in a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest. Yet there is little to be done, but wait for Alphino to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu, by building a nation in which none need to live in fear. Emotion, the more complaining, the less. I confess, I miss him already, but the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yosetsu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically, the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts, and in Yosetsu's childlike mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but the little girl who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of the country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance, without hesitation or complaint. Though Suo could have never truly replaced his daughter, I had hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that the kami had been so minded. Even now, I labor to discern any meaning in Yosetsu's fate, to deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother. Could that truly have been their will? That I cannot tell you. The will of the kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Suyu lived among us, and that she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in at Ragar's Reach. We should be the one to tell Lisa about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. Oh my god. Let's open up that tombstone. Oh! Sorry.
Right?
Yeah. There's a quest here. Okay. It was just one quest. And, okay, that's fine, I can handle that. Okay, here we go. Gotta go see Lise. Gotta go see the Lise. Gosh damn it, you kidding me right now? I can't have freaking talking. No Alpha now? It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on as well. Almost certainly turned out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. Oh, this ought to be good. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? This is a joke. Gods, you had better be a joke. Okay. Okay. Look, I know what we saw, all right? We all saw it. And here you're saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald. You bastard. I know how ridiculous that sounds, but I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while I doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust Zavrax. He saw the Crown Prince through the echo. In a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. We had a great big hole in the neck. We buried him. Ah, and someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Balls. Gilded halls. Whatever you're talking about. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dang, Creed, what brings you to the Reach? A reach around. Oh, sorry. Alphino had me lending a hand at the soldiery, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on. Just until operations were up and running, and now that they are, I thought it might look in on you before wending my weary way back to our headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? As much as I hate the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave, but if this will put the rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no more curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Blood Howl in the locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked, so as not to upset the locals. Then it shouldn't be too hard to find. You're in charge till I get back. Looks like his life story's written on that stone. This is it. Gods, he better be in here. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but it had scrubbed it off and thought more to it. So no one thought the check in the coffin was still occupied? Well then, here we are, presented but no course of action. And we had best be sure we have observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? Oh, this ought to be epic.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Bum, bum, bum. The job for Shaggy and Scooby.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
It is walking around. Is that under my desk? There's no corpse, and are we to conclude the rumors are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alpha Note's theory of a Sichan possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. You're saying an Asian is walking around in Xenos' body? It seems a distinct possibility. Once I have put the grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusion, I want to know for sure if the body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. He is as good as cut his own head off anyway. Robons needs to hear about this. If we find anything out, send word to me at Rogar's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, we are due for another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. Honestly, who's there? We're all here. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Eorzea over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. His Tola is on her way and should be here any... Here we go. This ought to be good. It is good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the east? Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Isisha now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Zavrax? Nay, Alphino had the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety, capable though he has become, he ventures alone into the enemy stronghold and the shadow web of the Paragons. Like it as not. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Quest down. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace... We cannot suffer econs to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The econ in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead and the right beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan, every party behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. What are you? Have you lost your mind? I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. Wait a minute. This is Xenos. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. This is fucking Xenos. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins, embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we can do now is wait for the word from Alphino. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. We should probably make the most of it. Shall I put on some tea? That would be lovely. You may regale me with a tale of your adventures in the Far East, and of your encounter with the new primal especially. I put the kettle on, then? That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. What table? Oh, I guess this one over here. Hold on. We're back in the Rising Stones. I have to make a quick check. No rodents on the counter. Then we're fine. Beaver. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Shit. Alright. A sufficient time to watch these scenes in entirety? Okay. So, is this the end of 4.3 then? can't even voice him. Interesting. So this Taksume was summoned much the same way as Sashiano via the mediocre Sacred Relic. That's right, they believe their gods of kami reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalog of such relics, but if we are to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. A fine idea, and I know for a fact that our friends at Doma would be grateful for any information which could help to prevent the further summoning in the region. I will pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome our resident expert on etherology. Greetings. Could it be that it's time for tea? It certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. No, that is in Shadowbringers era. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhouse gravekeepers. They all tell the same story. Once Lise and her officers had confirmed Xeno's dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony. On this point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Xenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious person in the vicinity, and all assumed the act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Almingen. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offending skull was removed as per Lisa's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the grave, of the coffin. But at that stage, 'tis like one corpse already missing. Assuming Xenos was not, in fact, risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed imposter, or an Ecetian has taken up residence within it. If Ashashi was as fervent a devotee as he would believe, he would have been fooled by an impersonation. However committed, we must assume that we are dealing with an Ecetian and proceed accordingly. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alpha Node and Garlemon? Their presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risk. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. Cat, are you alright? You done? Going ape shit in there? Meanwhile, on an Imperial hypersonic assault craft, L-25, Master Alphino, we are making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, 'tis just I can see naught from my cabin, and was curious to know the land over which we flew. Ah, I'm afraid our military craft are built with little thought for such niceties. I'm happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the Burn, on the western edge of Othard. Even with the benefits of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but mounds upon mounds of lifeless earth. I've read something of the Burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of ether. Aye, it is believed that a succession of Econ summonings was responsible. When Emperor Solus first came to Othard and beheld this blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. He declared Econs a threat to our very star's existence, and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of such entities. Report. We're under attack, sir. Magitech armor. No visible designation. Magitek, but who? All cannons return fire. Damage report. The main reactor's been hit. Helm unresponsive. We're going down, sir. Damn it. They know exactly where to hit us. All hands brace for impact. Glad to have you back, Master Alphino. We have landed in one piece, more or less. But the air filtration system is damaged and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we can. Aye, aye. Wait, what? What the hell is this shit? Wait. What the fuck? I don't know how to play this class. Deals unexpected damage with a potency of 200. Restores target HP. Deals unexpected damage with a potency of 30 to target and all enemies nearby. Additional effect binds. Deals unexpected damage with a potency of 3,600 to all enemies near the point of impact. Okay, so search for survivors. Okay, I can't go this way. Oh, that was the fuel. Okay, so bind does not do Oh, shit. And obviously I don't get to use the last button. Found it. Not here. Not like this. What? Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies of our enemies. Instructions can wait. You are calm in a crisis, Master Alphino. Let us finish this then. My thanks. Your intervention proved most timely. Well. I did not think to meet an Eorzean in the place, let alone a scion. You know of me, sir? I have some small history with your order. But I would speak of the present. Know you your assailants, and the severity of the predicament. The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard. And I could venture a guess as to their motive, but you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not yours for the asking. And as for our purpose, let this be your answer. An Assisian mask. The face of our prey. We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Even should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guards. Indeed, we accept your gracious offer. Shadowhunter will suffice for the present. Come. Oh, this is intolerable. But as much as I wish it were otherwise, there is nothing we can do for Alphino now but pray for his success. Well, that is not entirely true. While your brothers journey to Garlemon from the east, I can make my way there from Alamingo and find out what there is to be learned at the Emperor's western provinces. I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea. If action is to be taken. Forgive me, Alice, but the provinces are hostile territories and self is all important. It is safer that I go alone. I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me. Yes, we should leave this for Thancred. Hopefully he'll get captured and killed. Not you two. Okay. Has multiple, not always the same one. Here's a hint, such destruction. Why the hint at all? They have never shown his face until now. Yes, but why does that matter? It isn't like we're left hanging for long. It's to test his memory. Why ruin the coming moment? He still hasn't figured it out. Who cares if he doesn't? Alright, am I supposed to try to figure out who the guy is? Who the Garlean is? You'll just tell me what? You're gonna leak a spoiler? Zilber's brother. It's all coming together. Knowing this game, the Garlean who with all the Assisian masks, I have a feeling is the Asician in white. I can't remember his name though. Guess that's not coming to me. I understand your frustration, Alize, but Zavrax has the right of it. We must defer to Thancred's expertise in this matter. Fine, just promise you'll be careful. Because when he took his mask off and he showed the Emperor his face, the Emperor was very, very surprised to see who he was or what he was. It seems that praying is to be the extent of our contribution after all, but I will stay behind as I have been bid. We all have our talents. Mine just happened to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I learn of aught of consequence. See that you notify me too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable East Aldernard vessel to bear me hither, but I shall return if I am needed. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Zavrax. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alpha Node to share. You've learned the emote Ponder. Let's see this emote. Oh, it's an expression. I did not even know there was expressions. Okay. Are you kidding me right now? It doesn't even look like I'm humming. Oh, I assume it probably has to be swimming. Okay. Alright, done with emotes. He just finished 4.3. It's what they use to animate your character's face in cutscenes. Oh! I see. Thank you, thank you. Damn you and the freaking lack of talking. Oh, Zavrax, if you come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Everything's exactly as it was. They're still investigating primals in the Far East. Thancred is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alpha Node is still out there somewhere. There's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I've just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Begging your pardon, I bear a message from Eorzean Alliance. Thank the gods for this. We have a visitor. Place seems kind of empty. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. Ah, my lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matters of Ossetian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamingan resistance concerning the whereabouts of Zemos' remains, they too suspect Ossetian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. As the foremost authorities on our foe, your orders, Council, would be most welcome. Of course, we should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I say this one falls to us, by which I mean I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust? Of course I will. These quests aren't going to complete themselves. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamingo by your leave. That's very convenient. I have a quest to do in Alamingo at a saltery. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would still be better than nothing of doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Dan Creed, what's going on, man? Alright, just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear right, Rael? Is Dan Creed coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. Being in Garlean territory, though, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in. So he said he'd head back as quick as he could, to make sure someone was waiting for him in Alamingan Quarter. Understood. Zavrax and I will go. We're bound for Alamingo anyway, and there's sure to be time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. And Jorge Boulder's in the back going, oh shit, guys, can I go? Damn it, I don't think they heard me. Okay. It is midnight. I gotta go to bed. I got work in the morning, unfortunately. And I have to go see my doctor tomorrow. So, good night, everyone. Thank you for watching. And we will hopefully... Why am I not getting arrested? Get out of here. Am I getting rested now? Okay, good. So, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll have some good news for my leg, and we'll hopefully get through the rest of Stormblood. If these quests ever stop multiplying. Night.